Frazzle, 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 frazzle. Welcome, welcome.
Yeah, guess what?
What?
So you know how the Mac I made first?
Mm-hmm.
The older version? Well, since it was so broken, I couldn't really repair it. I had to use yours because it was so repaired. And now, guess what?
What, now it's broken?
Now we have the old one. We have the old version, but like brand new.
Oi, oi, oi. I think we're ready to roll here. I love animals. They're delicious. Hey, welcome everybody. Crazy to see the chat going crazy. I like it. Beans are cool. Hello. Proper Robin Hood style there. Welcome on everybody. Man, that bow was shooting good. Yeah, it's shooting good. We got, well, I shot the old bow, like the practice bow there a little bit before I shot. So I put 4 arrows down here from that. And then the rest of these are all just peppering the 12 right here. My. It's nice to see everybody jump on, get a good look at what we're doing. Maybe we'll talk setups. Maybe we'll mess around with both of these bows a little bit. I know at some point today, I've got to put some new Illuminox on some of these arrows because they're just completely shot. They don't even want to stay lit. No, they're not real deer. Friday they'll be real. Jesse, my bro, hi. Stop, don't do it. What's wrong with me? Oh, I'm ridic. EC, what's up? Thank you for joining. Appreciate it. We're gonna take a couple shots here with the practice bow, see how that works. Maybe if we get 50 or 60 people back on, we'll shoot some cans. Oh, right in there. You got all the kids today.
Get the dog sick, lucky us.
You know, I watched this morning when he dropped them off.
Yeah, he's doing something with his basement. I put in a sub pump or something, he said.
Crazy, crazy.
I guess where he's got his steps go down into the, it gets water come down there, so I guess we're going to do some kind of pump or something. Or...
Good stuff.
Feel like jackhammering and concrete and then stone and concrete.
That sounds like an expensive venture.
Yeah, but it's well worth it. I mean, stinks to get water in the basement, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, I believe that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we had our house in Harrisburg waterproof that used to get bait raw, and they came in and made a world of difference.
I can imagine.
We
My
went through
house.
Sandy, as a matter of fact, that Sandy one, we didn't have a single drop, but everybody in our neighborhood, they had pumps running for days to clean out their basement. It was well worth it.
Yeah, mine was bad in 2011.
Okay. Quit eating grass. I think you are.
Annie Banani, I think you could. It's not totally difficult. Just getting consistent with your drawstring and, you know, like all that stuff really makes a difference. Keith, this practice bow I'm shooting right here, that's got 20-pound limbs on it. The other one is a 45-pound bow. The deer are fake. They're not real. Everything you see here is just an optical illusion. It is, it's generated to trigger people and fake the YouTube algorithm into liking me. Because if we could do that, we'd be set. Come on, YouTube algorithm. Fall in love. Replace the word algorithm with audience. Because that's all it is. So we got 3 right here in a 12 ring, right in the heart. They're all touching. I think I've given up on turning the Luminox off. We're just going to let them on. Except for the little thumb buttoners, we can turn those off because they're easy. The rest of them, they're just staying on. Alright, so let's shoot the big boy bow. Like I said previously, that other one was 20-pound limbs. This one has 45-pound limbs. This is a Bear Super Grizzly, manufactured 2024. Gainesville, Florida, representing. And then, like I said, that's a Super Grizzly. It's got a beautiful bear medallion in there, and this wood is fantastic. I'm gonna shoot some goats. That's what I'm gonna do. Too bad that knock didn't turn on, because that's one heck of a shot right there. These arrows probably have about 600 or 700 shots a piece out of all of them in the last 15 days. So some of the knocks they're not working. Are the arrows real? Yeah, arrows are real. No, I'm just playing. I know you're talking about the deer. The deer are not real. This one here, it actually doesn't even have legs. It's a paraplegic deer. That's right. So where's everybody from? It seems like we've got a rather diverse group of people on. So we got 3 arrows in there that you could probably cover up with that shooting tab. It's probably a 2.5-inch group. We're at 19 yards. That's a pretty tall feat. But with a little practice, it's totally doable. It's completely repeatable. And in order to get there, it's like the effort is a requirement. You've got to shoot. You've got to put in that effort. But it's attainable. It's attainable for anybody. Anybody that wants to do it, they can absolutely get it done. And I'm a testament to that. I've been doing this for roughly 5 weeks. I don't know the exact date, but real close to 5 weeks. I had a bow that I didn't shoot very much at all. It was probably the worst possible bow you could ever buy as far as a recurve. And then I decided to really just clean up my game, get a good bow, get it set up with arrows, and start shooting away. And since then, there's been a marked improvement in everything. Doesn't matter what bow I'm shooting, doesn't matter what arrows I'm slinging. I think once you get the form down and you learn a couple tricks, it gets super, super easy and really enjoyable. I think the enjoyability comes from the part that, you're doing something hard, and maybe only 3, 4, 5% of the people who, pick up a bow decide to go this route. And then when you can master something that only a couple of percentage of people are doing, because it's so challenging, it's really rewarding. Dustin, none. I'm using, this is an October Mountains product, Adventure 2.0. It's a 20-pound practice bow, 62-inch overall length. The other is a Bear Super Grizzly. That's a 58-inch overall length, I believe. Got to keep the mosquitoes off me. And we're just slinging away. Happy as can be. Put those arrows in the target. Grayson, nice to have you back on, buddy. How are you? Hope things are good in your neck of the woods. I just could not find a spot to get that to break clean. But it worked. We're going to try shooting one of these other 500 spine arrows that are, they're junk. But we're going to shoot one anyway. Yeah, they don't fly good at all. They say it's a 500 spine on that arrow. I'm going to guess that it's more like a 400 spine arrow. It's super thick-walled. It doesn't flex at all like these legacy arrows flex. It's literally Libby. Shoot me, Zaddy. Ooh. Grayson, the hunting lives should start next Friday on the 6th. We're going to go to Maryland and we'll see what happens. Thanks, George. I'm trying to do my best. Like I said, I've been working at this for about 5 weeks, trying to get really consistent, trying to really improve everything that I'm doing here. The drawback to the recurve, it's difficult. Like there's no sights. Everything is, it's just a stick and a string. And then, every part of it is a drawback. Man, we're gonna go with the wiping our farts some more. Thanks, buddy. I thought you left yesterday for good, but we're still glad to have you here. Little Lucifer, whatever your name is. Man, I don't really do Kool-Aid with anything, like it's necessary. No, they're not taxidermies. Arrow across the fence? Nah. Thanks, Dirks. Yeah, some are easier. That's what I'm saying. This one's a 45 pounder. That one's a 20 pounder. So yeah, definitely some differences in different bows. I have a longbow upstairs. I got a video coming out here where I blew that thing up. I don't know what happened, but again, we've just shot so much high volume that one of the nocks popped off as I drew that thing back, and I cracked it right through here. And that's a striker, fastback custom, very expensive bow. I gotta wait for parts. It's gonna cost $400 to fix. It sucks. All right, now what was everybody else? I do use compounds. I have a V3X from Matthews. STX, I see you're on. Libby, what is live running bait? You think I should put like some rabbits out there, or what are you thinking here? I mean, talk to me, Goose. I'm using the Easton Legacies. I have two different types here. I've got the 500, which are the 5mm, and then I have, no, the 500s are the 6.5mm, and the 600s are 5mm. That's all I really use. I just like everything about them. So it seems like their spine works out to be what their spine says on the box. Like I have some 500 spine arrows over there that should probably be marked as 300 spine. They just don't flex at all. And you know, for the price point, these are pretty decent. I mean, I can get half a dozen of them for $70 in the older version. And I don't know, I think the newer version is still like $90 or something like that. So it's not too bad. The price is not too bad. 6 in a pack, $69. I'll show you a pack. I have one here because I'm probably at some point going to break out some new arrows, put some new tips on. But these are the Easton Legacy. They are the traditionals, right? They're the 500 spines. They got the spine chart on the back, and you can see they've got that wood look to them, but they're carbon fiber. These ones are kind of beat. Like I said, I gotta open up a new pack eventually and start and sling these, because this is probably what I'm going to use with the hunting setup. You can see just how much brighter and nicer those feathers are on there. They're really nice. I usually hunt from a tree saddle, but I do hunt some from the ground. I've killed quite a few deer off the ground, but most everything is done in a saddle these days. I must have put too much pressure on the string there, because it seemed like I pushed that one off center there a little bit. Much better. They are foam deers. Foam deers. And with foam deers comes great responsibility. With foam deers comes great responsibility. Any tips for a first-time saddle hunter? Absolutely. You got zero experience at all? All right, what I'm going to tell you is you need to be out there now practicing before the season opens. You want to be able to get your setup nailed down to where you can do everything in the dark and you can do it in order. develop two critical skills here. First being, however you're packing all your gear in, whether it's in a bag or it's in a pack or you're just attaching it to straps or saddles, get that situated exactly where you want everything, and then everything has its place. So that when you unpack as you're going in or up the tree, you're taking everything out in the same order, and then when you're coming down, you're putting everything back in the same order. That's going to keep you organized, it's going to keep you quiet, it's going to keep you efficient. And then, like I said, the second thing is get out now and practice, whether you're climbing as a 1-sticker, 3 sticks, 4 sticks, whatever. Nail that down before the season starts. It's going to save you a lot of frustration. Gabriel, all right. Hello, hello. Hey, I hope everybody's having a good day too. Mm-hmm. Man, it's a little buggy out here today. I appreciate everybody taking a couple minutes out of their day to jump on the live, say hello, support the channel. Now I'm shooting a little back there. And the reason I am is because I've got that other cluster of 3 arrows right in the heart from that other bow. And I've been breaking nocks left and right here. I need to go. I probably need to run over to Dunham's and pick up some more nocks. So all I'm trying to do is avoid smashing nocks. What state? Pennsylvania. Public or private? Everything I do is public or public access. There are some military installations that we hunt, but everything is public. And then why don't I use a rifle? Dude, I used to use a compound bow, and I'm not even planning on using that this year because I just think I have, like, it's sort of ridiculous what kind of unfair advantage I have over it. So we're going back over to the stick and string, and we're going to see if we can produce the same results we do with a compound bow, and kind of really get back to our roots. This is an intimate thing that we do. Like, bow hunting in itself is intimate. It's very tailored to each individual. So it's just the route that Alfred and I wanted to go and the story we wanted to tell on the YouTube channel. Dylan, we appreciate it. Send it all. The more you got, the better. We'll take it all. We'll clean it up and we'll get it back out as love. We don't mind. Send it, send it. Yeah, this is much funner in the dark. We have the crickets. We have all the ambiance. Sort of romantic. We light the candles. Put the tiki torches on. And then, man, the crickets just go crazy. And then the little peepers in the trees. Whew. And then the awesome part is you can see the lighted nocks flying through the night sky. I'm not saying this is bad, but if I had my preference, it would be at night. So maybe we'll jump back on later, get it fired up, like 8:30 or 9 o'clock, see who's on, do the do. But we're at least going to take a couple more shots here. Kind of enjoying the fact that everybody's on. Seeing you scrolling through shorts. What's your YouTube focused on? Outdoor content, mostly centered around archery hunting and fly fishing. Fly fishing. But hey, thanks for jumping on. Thanks for being curious. We appreciate it. Sending arrows to Necrov. I don't even... Why? Where we're at in North Carolina, we just got back a couple weeks ago. We took a trip down to Nag's Head. We usually get down there at least once a year. Tommy's got it. They ain't alive, bro. We're just shooting foamers, man. Just foamies. I mean, this is the same as those guys that practice with those dolls, right? Like, we ain't doing it for real. We're just having fun. Everybody gets bent. Can they feel pain? No, they can't. They're foam. I can promise you the only one in pain here is me. That finger is absolutely swollen. It's turning rock hard, and there's a callus on there about the size of a freaking quarter. Are me mental? Yep, absolutely. Faram, what's up, dude? Got them man hands, Dylan. That's right. Yeah, we're all mental. I jump on YouTube and go on live. I have to be nuts. No normal person would subject themselves to this. No normal person would do that. Looks like we've got some rain coming in, so maybe we will be closing shop up here. I don't know. Maybe we'll shoot in the rain. You guys want me to shoot in the rain? Give me the thumbs up if you want me to shoot in the rain. I'll keep going. My arrows, they don't feel pain either. They don't identify as living. Jewel, what's up? You sent me a lot of emojis, so I got to go back up. Sir, you're totally an inspiration. Hey, I appreciate that. I love the kind words. I guess I don't need to read it any bit more, but yeah, I want to be an inspiration for some folks. And if I can do that to just one, it's worth it for me. Man, there are at least 3 or 4 bows living. They are around the floor in my dining room right now. I've got 2 out here, and I know I got 1 upstairs. I don't, a lot. They're laying everywhere. Brother, I'm glad you're here for the knowledge. If you have any specific questions, and you ask them in the chat and I don't get to them, just resend it, because I may, like, if I miss it. I love this one the most right now. This is an absolutely gorgeous bear bow, and look how pretty that is. You can just imagine being out in the woods on a cool, like crispy, frosty morning in November, and trying to stalk some big deer with this thing. Well, you got a heck of a deal on it if you got it for $1. Where'd you find that at? A yard sale? I am not Robin Hood. STX 4, what's that all about? 4 o'clock. Oh, 4 o'clock. Yeah. Hey, man. Thumper, what's up, buddy? Boy, I'm just getting tired. The fingers are real, man, they're tired. Man, especially that one. That ring finger in my right hand just feels like somebody took a hammer and just beat on it. It's been like that for a couple days, but we are on day, I think, 14 of shooting at least 150 shots a day. No, maybe today's 15. I don't know. I have to look at the calendar. I don't remember when I started this, and I don't know if I'll ever finish, but I'm going to try to get 100 shots, 150 shots every day for like who knows how long. Then we got archery season opening up next Friday. That's going to be a pain to try to squeeze it in, but we got to do it. Like, you got to maintain proficiency here. And as bad as what I am, I might miss 100 deer a day anyhow, so maybe I'll get the shots in while we're in the woods. If we see that many deer. Hey guys, thanks for jumping on. We just had about 40 people on. I ran. Hey, I appreciate it, dude. There's no possible way I could be your favorite YouTube channel. If I am, I greatly appreciate that. But I don't know if I believe that. I'm off opening weekend. Can't wait. Where are you from, brother? Yeah, my wife won't see me till about January. Drink water. All right, so we talked about the bear. I'm shooting 600 spine arrows out of this little practice bow. Again, that's a 62 pounder or 50 or 20 pounder at 62-inch overall length. It's an October Mountains production bow. It's a fantastic. I put little silencers on there. That's just a little yarn ball. My cat likes to play with that. They work really good. Bow's shooting really nice. Until I do that. I mean, it wasn't really that low, but just kind of glanced off of that bottom part of the deer there. Straight into the dirt. More broken stuff. I routinely shoot out to about 35 or 40 yards. I'm not going to shoot a deer that far. Probably 25 is tops. Murphy, I am going to shoot this evening. How are things going with your bow setup? That's what I want to know. Of course I'm going to shoot this evening. It's all about the watch hours right now. And it's probably going to rain, so it might be epic. Banging them in there. Boom. Can't wait for opening day. You got a new subscriber. Hey, thanks. Do the cat sound effect again, please. STX, man. Wow. Wow. Yeah, Murphy, from the picture you sent me, your groups do look pretty good. What are you having issues with on the zero? Remember, you got to follow the direction of the arrow. If it's shooting left, you got to move the pin left. All that jazz. And then if you're getting tired too, like, that plays a factor. Yeah, they're in there. You know, those guys in the Olympics, they shoot at, what is it? I don't know, 28 yards. They got all these sights, all that other stuff, you know, those little pins and bullshit, man. Come on. We could do that. And they have perfect bow setups, man. They're like $8,000 bows. And they're trying to hit something the size of a quart. Man, I hit the daggum with no sight, no mag, nothing. They have clickers, they have all that jazz. Tells you exactly how far back the bow is. They have these little, instead of shooting off a shelf, they have this little, got a little release that comes off. Man, I'm telling you what, I could do that someday. I'd rather hang out on YouTube though. Tell you what, it's a little warmer out today than I thought it was going to be, but at least there's lots of cloud cover, which is nice. But I do think we're going to get some hard rain here. At least it's looking that way. Bro, stop tutorial kid. STX, I think it's time you do some stuff for me. So we're gonna make you a standard moderator. And I trust your judgment. If you see somebody that's just spamming it with junk and you can't really see what's going on, just, you know what to do. Put them in timeout for a while. It doesn't have to be forever, but, you know, do your thing. Yeah, like monkey balls, that guy spamming, just put him in timeout. If you don't want to do it, that's fine. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Andy, I don't know if we've chatted before. Man, IVF is, or IFV is on too. I don't know if we've chatted before, Andy, but usually somebody I'm going to make a moderator is somebody that I've got a little bit of, yeah, I know. You're up for consideration, man. I'm putting you on the list. Let me kind of feel my way through it, kind of develop my, all you have to do is probably click on them in the chat. I don't know what it looks like on your side, but I think all you have to do is click on their icon in the chat, and then you can put them in timeout. Mm-hmm. 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 Hmm. What I do have to do is put this bow back in the house before it rains here. What?
Want it.
Yep.
And he said he's gonna pay me like full price.
Good. Sorry. My wife's excited. She's been going through this process of trying to sell a car the last couple of days, and you know, everybody wants to come over and talk price and mess around. Nobody wants to get serious. Seriously starting to rain here though, guys. We're gonna shoot another round or two and see how bad it gets before I jump off, but I'll shoot in the rain for you guys. I don't care. But now she's got somebody that's willing to actually pay for what a vehicle's worth instead of, you know, try to get it for $6,000-7,000 cheaper, which is nice. Oh man, everything's wet. Everything looks good. Oh, it's not raining where I'm at. All right, the problem Murphy's having with the zeros, when he tightens his pins, they move slightly. I would say all are probably still kill shots. Yeah, what sight are you running? Older sights I've had previous issues, very similar. You see the difference with that wet bowstring? That's incredible. I knew there's a reason why I'd stay out here and shoot. That was not me just throwing the shot. I mean, even that is low. I aimed extra high. The additional weight of the water is ridiculous. Yeah, I'm aiming 3 inches higher than what I was. Hello, bro. I'm from Pakistan. Love from Pakistan. Appreciate it. There you go. You figured it out. It's miserable. Miserable in the rain here. Hey, we finally hit one high. You want to do this arrow again? I'm about ready to launch this thing over the fence and into the woods because, well, this thing sucks. Let's try it one time here. Yeah, it comes out of there like this. Single pin or stack sights for compound? I prefer single pin. Yeah, I came from a single pin sight a couple years ago on one of my PSEs. I have since gone to a 3-pin slider. The reason for the 3-pin slider is, I guess, personal preference more than anything. I love the single pin because I love the adjustability, but like, suppose I've got deer in the rut. Pennsylvania's a weird state. Like, the chances of me seeing a really good buck in daylight outside of the rut, it's hard. So when they're in the rut, they're usually chasing, and I might not have time to range one. They'll just be like right underneath you. So if I got one, I'm estimating it's 28, then I got a 30-yard pin to sling an arrow at it. So Andy, like I said, you're up for consideration here. Backflip for a sub. Lord, if I can't get your sub without breaking my neck, I don't know if I want your sub. But if you'll give it to me for, just kind of performing and doing what I do, that would be awesome. But I don't want to risk injury. Murphy, if you want to stop by this evening, have at it. Let's take a look at the weather. Maybe I'll text you. And if you get permission from the boss, we can get you dialed in. Did you paper tune those arrows in the bow? Sorry, Andy. Like I said, you're up for consideration. I got my eye on you. I don't normally need a moderator, but sometimes, like, that guy who's just spamming and I can't even read the comments. Like, I don't care what people say, right? They're not going to upset me. They're not going to get under my skin. But if you're just making a long string of stuff and it does nothing but clog up the chat so I can't see or respond to legitimate questions people have, that's kind of where I'm like, okay, let's stop that madness so that we can do what we need to do. And like I said, I usually don't have too many problems. I've been doing this for like 15 days in a row, and everything's been rather cordial so far. But yeah, you never know. I'm hoping this rain just kind of doesn't get any worse. My wife's a big Eagles fan. Dance for the sub. All right, dude. Watch this. Ready? There, did I get a sub? Come on, do the dance. I have not put any gimps into the forest yet. Probably get out a little later. I don't think it's the water mid-flight. If you look at all of the water that's on there and you could collect that, I would assume that it's quite a bit extra weight. Now on a bigger bow, it's probably not too bad. Murphy's wife said hard pass, and we'll be driving out that way tomorrow. All right, we can stop in tomorrow. But watch the water come off of the string and the arrow as I shoot. Like, that's pretty sick. But it's also, you know, there's weight here, which slows the string down. There's additional weight everywhere that's just slowing that whole process down. So what I've done is just kind of started aiming a little higher. Yeah, that's cool, ain't it? Sometimes when I'm doing this, I have to go back and I have to watch it when I'm done just to kind of see all of the cool stuff that happens, and that's one of the things today that I want to take a look at. So I want to get a good angle. Oh yeah, put it in there. I don't know, maybe the scent is washed away a little bit easier or faster in the rain, but deer still smell the same, I'm sure. It's just that there might not be as much scent there. Now that's crazy, because that knock fell out of there when I shot that thing. Probably because it's getting wet in between the knock and the arrow. And like I said earlier, these things are already completely wore out. I have a new pack of the other arrows in there. I've got a couple packs of the nocks, and I'm going through a rainstorm. And I don't know why, because that thing hit the target or how it ended up over here. But again, light bow, no penetration. Weird. Boy. What I do think I need to do, kind of call it quits. I've got a couple pieces of electronics here that I really don't want to get wet. And we're just going to leave it at that. But I greatly appreciate everybody jumping on. It's been fun. It's been real. You guys are a blast. And I hope to see everybody on here in a little while after this rain. Phone's waterproof, microphones are not. And that's the main source of the good quality here. So We're in the man's tool shed. We're staying away from the weather. All the other camera gear is waterproof except for microphones. I don't know if you noticed, but the Rode microphones are not cheap. Those bastards are about 300 bucks. I used to ride a lot of bikes. What kind of bikes we're talking about? Motorcycles, mountain bikes? Well, I used to ride everything. Not too much anymore. Andy, never been to California. At least, no, not really. I don't think. Well, was I in California at all? I don't know. I might have stopped through once or twice. I can't remember. I used to do a lot of dirt bikes. I used to do all kinds of sport bikes too, but I've kind of since gotten away from it. I hit a deer like 80 miles an hour. That wasn't good. It wasn't bad either. I mean, it wasn't terrible. But I don't want to have to go through that. I don't want to get hurt or seriously injured. So there's that. What else? Anybody else? My biggest kill, it's a 122-inch 8-point. Andy's going out in 44 days. Good for you. Look, I wish I could get out and do some of that stuff. Balaklava. The last really awesome bike I had was a 2016 Husky FE 450, decked out with Supermoto wheels. So I love the enduro bikes. Man, I love two-strokes too, but I'll tell you what, the four-stroke enduros, they're something else. They're just amazing animals. You could do so much with them, and they're a blast. One of the things I'm hyper worried about with these archery, or with these recurve bows, is just water penetrating the limbs and causing a bow or some sort of warp. So I tend to try to take care of that stuff as much as I can, keep it out of the rain, do the. Anyway, now I'm standing in my shed. Not a whole lot else in here. We got a smoker back there. We got the mower, a couple of other toys there, kayaks of course, and then the kid's dirt bike down there in the back. But other than that, yeah, I usually take them down, you know, when I'm done shooting in the evening. With this bow here, the Adventure 2.0, I'm not too worried about it. It is what it is. I paid 75 bucks for that thing, and I'm going to shoot it and shoot it and shoot it and shoot it and see what happens. But yeah. Anyway, what I'm going to do, we're going to take a rain delay. I'll probably schedule another live here while we're doing that. Maybe take a new picture, a new thumbnail, get it up, get it scheduled for like 7:30, 8 o'clock, maybe 8:30, 9. I'll look at the weather, see what it looks like. Maybe Murphy's coming by, maybe Murphy's not. I don't know. But we'll get it up, and then hopefully we'll see you guys after the rainstorm. You guys have fun. Thanks for the subs. Thanks for all the likes. I think this is great. We had 87 likes. James, hello. Marshmallow, hey, I'm just about to jump off, but I'm going to come back on when it's done raining. I can't shoot in that. And then Andy, I got my eye on you. Don't forget about that. All right. You guys have a good one.